I'm looking for myself. There I go. I know, it takes me a minute to find myself. How is everybody today on this beautiful Friday Eve?
Yeah.
I hope everybody's good. My friend Lee is here. We're going to go someplace in just a few minutes. But I told her, I said, I'm going to make some cards first. And so, every other Monday, if I'm in town, I teach a beginner card class. And so today, I'm going to do the cards from my beginner card class. So I say that they're beginner cards, and they are pretty simple, but they're so nice. So this is the first one that we're going to make, and it uses the sunburst background. So we'll start with that. Daffodil Delight. Hi, Piggy. So this is how I use my background stamps. I find it easier. I put it on the block. I lay it down. The really big block. I guess you wouldn't even have to do that. But I do. And then I lay my cardstock on top. Okay? And then I'll show you my next trick. You take a piece of scrap paper and put it on top, and then run your hand over it. Now with this one, you want to be really careful not to push real hard right here, because if you saw, I got ink on there. So you don't want to push right there. But even if I do, I have a fix for it. Ask me how. Because we all make mistakes. And we did it in beginner card class. We made a boo-boo and had ink in the middle of our sun. But we fixed it. It was fine. Nobody panicked. So, there is our... Look, I didn't get it to the edge very good. I have a fix for that too. Watch. I guess I could just leave it like that. I'm going to trim it. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just like that. So, this woohoo is from the Celebration Amazing Phrases. Have y'all earned this yet? If you haven't, you need to. Because I love this stamp. So, woohoo! It stamps so dark and so beautiful. Now, I thought I wanted to do it in black. I saw another lady had done this, and I thought I wanted to do it in black. But the black, Memento Black, it did not stamp nearly as good as I wanted it to on there. So, we didn't stamp in black. And now I can't... Oh, did I use them all? Oh, there's one. Whoop! I thought maybe I had used up all of my tags, but I didn't. There's one left. And so this is 2 sentiments put together. So it says, woohoo, to another year around the sun. That's a great birthday card, isn't it? Yes, Mary, you need to craft and order some. We can talk about it. To another year around the sun. So, I have someplace, there it is, my Night of Navy that apparently I did not cut the right size. Hang on. Let me trim it. You know I love my layers. So this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And this piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And so we add these together with some Tombow glue. So I have a big event on Saturday. I have all of my bags put together. All of my goodies put together. So I am ready to go for Saturday. I'm excited. I love having events. I love getting people together. Because that's what we're made for, right? We're made for people. We're made to be together. And so that's one of the things that I love to do. I also have my next event planned. I have the room reserved. It's going to be on October 23rd. And we're going to call it... Ginny, what are we going to call it? Ginny helped me pick out a name for it today. It's going to be Holly Jolly Stampin'. Now, it's in October, but it's all going to be Christmas themed. And I'm excited about it. I'm going to have it in a new place, in a little bakery. And she's going to make us a smorgasbord of baked goods. And some mock mimosas. And probably some other things. I'm not really even sure. So I got some pearls here that we're going to put on as embellishments. And then this one will be done. If you can't tell, I love pearls. Look, I only have a couple left on this pack. So there you go. Now, you saw that I didn't get it all the way around the edge. I don't think it matters. I think it's still a cool card. So, there's the first one. Woohoo! To another year around the sun. Alright, so let's get... Hang on, let's clean these stamps before I get Night of Navy ink all over all of the things. Nobody wants Night of Navy ink all over all of the things. I can put these away. As I craft, I can clean up a little bit. How about that? Clean up from my card clouds. Okay, I'll put those back in there. Now this one I take to the sink and I rinse it off. It's just easier to clean it that way. Okay, so here's my next card. And this is a throwback. We're going to throw back to Forever Fern. This stamp that's been in the catalog for a few years. And so I'll show you this is how I did it. Now, this is not how my ladies in my class did it, but this is how I did it. I laid my card down, and now we can use the, what's that stuff called? The masking paper. But I didn't really have it in me to cut it. So I just got a piece of the mint tape. This does the same thing as the masking paper, but now it'll hold it down too. So on my, and this is just 4 by 5 1/4 again. On the stamps, I actually have them labeled what color I stamp them in. So my ladies wouldn't get confused. So this one I'm going to do in Pear Pizzazz. And you really can't even hardly tell the difference between the Pear Pizzazz and the Old Olive when I stamp them on here. But that one's Pear Pizzazz. And then Old Olive is the littler leaf. Hang on, I can't see. I love this stamp set. Like, I could use this stamp set every day of my life, I think. And make beautiful things. It's just so pretty to make. It's such a pretty stamp set. It has all the definition. Just gorgeous. So Rich Razzleberry is this guy. These little blooms, seed pods. I don't even know what they are. What are they? Somebody tell me what they are. I don't know. So we're just going to stamp in Rich Razzleberry right over the top of these. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And my sentiment goes on this little piece. It's 1 inch by 4 inches. And this is from Charming Sentiments. It actually has a die that would cut this out exactly, but I didn't do that. Remember, this is a beginner class, so it's normally just stamping. Sometimes there's a punch. Maybe there's a punch in the next one? Yeah, there's a punch in the next one. Kinda. So, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Oh, wait, I forgot. I have soft seafoam. One more color. Soft seafoam. And now this one is just going to add a little bit of background. It's soft seafoam. You really can't hardly see it. Just put it right in between all of these little guys. It just adds a little, see, just adds a little bit of soft seafoam. It's such a light, but it's a pretty color. So there's that. We're going to put those away too. I think, if I can remember what order they go in. I don't know what order they go in. I'll fix them later. I'll get them put up there. I have my colors behind here in rainbow order, and I love them in rainbow order. I just think everything is so easy to find that that's the way I store all of them, in a Stampin' storage holder. Okay, so we're just gonna line this up on here. And lay it down. So one of the things about my beginner card class that I love is you never know where the conversation's going to go. We have some amazing conversations. But you know, a lot of times, some of the ladies, like, that's the only time they talk to each other, for sure. But, you know, there's a lot to catch up on. You don't see each other for a couple weeks or a month or so. That's a lot to talk about. You just never know. So here's the happiest of birthdays. And then we're going to add it to Rich Razzleberry. And then we're going to add it to Soft Seafoam. Now, if you notice, when I do my card class, I have 2 of everything in here, so that they can make 2 cards, keep 1, and mail 1. Because my ladies are like, well, I don't ever want to mail my cards, because then I can't remember what we've done if I want to make it again. So I always tell them that half of the fun, or more than half of the fun, is sharing what you've made. So if you can send your cards, then you get to make somebody else happy too, right? I love mailing cards. I just think it's so fun. And the recipients always love them too, especially, drop the bone folder, when they realize that it's handmade. Because, you know, there's not a lot of us out there. We may think there's a lot of us, but there's really not. There's really not. Now, I used, did I put them away? I used, where are they? Where are they? Here they are. I put them away already. Faux sea glass, because they're in soft seafoam. Look. So they match up good. Soft seafoam on soft seafoam. And just put them wherever. Doesn't really matter. Just stick them down. That's a different little look. Those little embellishments. So that's the second card that we made. Now, for the third one, look at this guy. Look at how cute he is. Okay, so let me tell you about this card. So this one has, that's the piece we're going to stamp on. And it's 2 inches, 2¼ by 4. Now, this is the other piece that goes on here. And let me tell you why I cut it. Because, now you would think that this could just be one piece, right? This background of designer series paper. But when we cut our 12 by 12 designer series paper, if we want to get the most out of it, we can cut it in a 4 by 4 chunk, right? Because then you can get 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. You can get 9 pieces out of one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock or 12 by 12 designer series paper. So since I don't need any in the middle, because I'm going to cover it up, I took the 4 by 4 square and I just cut it in half. So then I can get 9 out of my sheet of designer series paper instead of just 6. So that's a pretty good deal. Now this is from the Patterns for Everything. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Patterns for Everything. Designer series paper. Celebrate everything. That's what it's called. Celebrate everything. Now look at this paper. There are 48 12 by 12 sheets in 48 12 by 12 sheets. This paper is only available as a Stampin' Reward. So you have to have a $300 order or you have to host a party of $300. So that's how you get that paper. But it's awesome. It's a great value. It's $18 in Stampin' Rewards. So, North Pole Mischief. Now, I like this stamp and I didn't want to make a Christmas card. So, I didn't make a Christmas card. I'm going to stamp it, I'm going to color it, and I'm going to make it say hello. Because, I mean, the kitty could just be saying hello, right? So I'm going to color it with a few Stampin' Blends. So I have the pool party for the water. Most of the time when I color with Stampin' Blends, I use the, not the brush end, the other end. What's it called? The name escapes me. But, the brush end frays a lot, and it makes it kind of hard to use. So I just use the other end, mostly. Every once in a while, if I'm coloring something really big, I'll get the other end out. But most of the time, I just use that end. And then the goldfish in So Saffron. And the bow in pink. And I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be mistletoe, but we just won't tell anybody. We just made it a pink bow because, you know, we can. And then the sand in crumb cake. Now, oh, there's two pieces of white there. So I also colored right underneath the kitty cat and right underneath that. Just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of depth. That's all. So then this guy gets glued right on there. And then we have shaded spruce that I'm going to stamp the word hello from the Garden Birdhouse on a scrap piece. I don't need to do it on that piece. We'll use a scrap piece of white and stamp the word hello and then punch it out with a retired 1.5 inch punch. And why would I use a retired punch? Because we don't have any. That's all. That's the only reason. And you guys know I'm a messy crafter, and I have no idea where my dimensionals are. I'll find them in a moment. They're right here someplace. They couldn't have gone far. So this is Pool Party. Oh, I know where my bone folder is. I dropped it on the floor. I'm acting like I only have one bone folder. There's a dozen bone folders up here. There's also a dozen packs of dimensional, so I'll just grab another one. Look, we'll use black. Nobody will ever know. There they are. Found them. Can you guys lose stuff on your desk while you're crafting? I mean, crafting, the art of looking for something you just had in your hand 2 minutes ago. Right? So, this guy's going to go right here. Then we're going to glue it on our card front. And of course, we're going to add some pretty things because every card needs embellishments. Every card needs embellishments. So this one's just going to get basic rhinestones. And we're going to add them to here. And here. Oop, I missed that one. It stuck to my hand. Okay, that one doesn't want to go on my card. And here, look, it's hanging around. Like, it's a persistent little booger, but it didn't want to go on the card. And then here's the last one. Ugh, there. So, voila. I don't know how long that took. Probably not very long. To make 3 cute cards. So here's our cards. Forever Fern, North Pole Mischief, and the background stamp with the, is it Fabulous Phrases? The, celebration stamp. So, like I said, if you haven't earned that celebration stamp, you should really, do that. Because, goodness, that's an awesome, and it makes, like, it has a dozen, how many different words can you make? Oh, did you guys see? There's a lady, if you stamp these big ones, you can cut out these letters and make them say different things. She made it say happy, H-A-P-P-Y. She cut them out. She fussy cut them. She's so amazing. So think of all the words that you could write with those letters, big letters. You could fussy cut them all out. So, all right. Well, that's what I got for you today. 3 simple cards. And that's all. So I will see you guys next week. Yep, I'll be here next week. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. So look at my desk. It's a mess. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.